on, we bless him tonight. He is truly a really good God. He's a really good God. I see y'all. Y'all come on in. He is a really, really, really good God. I cannot thank him enough for what it is that he is doing in this hour. I find it really amazing that a lot of times we perceive our processes wrong. And we take pain as an indicator to quit. And we take pain as an indicator that maybe we've gone the wrong way. But if my apostle was here, he would say that an attack is the announcement. The attack is the announcement. So for those of you who have been feeling like out of nowhere, there's been this sense of attack on you, know that it is the announcement of your new season. Know that it is the announcement of your new season. If I can encourage you with anything, I would literally say that. Because the enemy is trying with all of his might to cause us to forfeit. See, at this point, he can't get us out of this. At this point, you've already pretty much have earned a trust with God. At this point, God is ready to release what's in his hands to you. You just have to get there. And what the enemy has been trying to do is cause all these diversions, creating detours and traps and all these different things that have been delaying the promise, been delaying it. But God is such a good God. He's such a good God because he's encouraging many of us not to quit. Not right here. You too close. Not right here. You too close to the breakthrough. Let me say this before I even get into there. See, a lot of y'all are thinking too surface. Yes. See, a lot of you, more than likely at this point, y'all are thinking, money, job, house, husband, wife, car. That is still extremely too surface. Because material things God can give to you any day. Come on. He can cause men to give into your bosom. We've been thinking way too low. See, we've been thinking our next is the promotion, that our next is more money, a bigger house. If I was to be honest with you, that is vanity. Let's be honest. I ain't know I was going to go there tonight, but I guess you're just going to set it right on up, Lord. If I was to be honest with you, it's vanity. Are you really getting this stuff for you or are you getting it for them? You know what it's like. You break up with your boyfriend, you go get a new hairdo, buy some new clothes, go get a new car, and you drive by his house 30 times hoping that he'll see you. Hoping. What happens if you do all of that and he never spots you? That part. Then you open the door to depression. Now I'm sad. I'm not worth it enough. All because of all the work that you did. Wow. You did it for somebody else to notice. You did it for someone else to see you. And you thought it was going to make you feel better. You thought it was going to make you be better. 1 Kings chapter 21. 1 Kings chapter 21. Oh, Lord, you are wonderful. Once you get it, go ahead and say, I got it, and stand up for me. You know, it's our custom in this house to stand up for the word of the Lord, as we believe that it will stand for us. Hallelujah. For the sake of context, I'm going to read it all the way through, but I'm not going to teach the entire chapter. Okay? And it reads, and it came to pass after these things that Naboth the Jezreelite had a vineyard which was in Jezreel, hard by the palace of Ahab, king of Samaria. And Ahab spake unto Naboth, saying, Give me the vineyard, that I may have it for a garden of herbs, because it is near unto my house. And I will give thee for it a better vineyard than it. Or it seem good to thee, or if it seem good to thee, I will give thee the worth of it in money. Listen, I'm going to give you a better one, or I'm going to pay you for it. Right. And Naboth said to Ahab, The Lord forbid it me that I should give, watch this, the inheritance of my fathers unto you. And Ahab came into his house heavy and displeased because of the word which Naboth the Jezreelite had spoken to him. For he had said, I will not give thee the inheritance of my fathers. And he laid him down upon his bed and turned away his face and would eat no bread. He upset. He turned his plate over. But Jezebel, his wife, came to him and said unto him, Why is thy spirit so sad that thou eatest no bread? And he said unto her, Because I spake unto Naboth the Jezreelite, and said unto him, Give me thy vineyard for money, or else, if it please thee, I will give thee another vineyard for it. And he answered, I will not give thee my vineyard. And Jezebel, his wife, said unto him, Dost thou now govern the kingdom of Israel? Are you not now the king? Arise and eat bread, and let thy heart be merry. Baby, get up, eat, go be happy. Okay? I will give thee the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite. So she wrote the letters in Ahab's name and sealed them with his seal, and sent the letters unto the elders and to the nobles that were in the city dwelling with Naboth. And she wrote in the letters, saying, Proclaim a fast, and set Naboth on high among the people. Oh, we Jesus. Can I read this like I'm hearing it? Yeah. Come on. And she wrote in the letter saying, Proclaim a fast. Have a church service. Gather all your friends. Call all the family. Don't just call anybody. Call all the important people. Get all the high priests in the city. Get the who's who of who. They need to be at your event. They need to be there. And set 2 men, sons of Belial, before him to bear witness against him, saying, Thou didst blaspheme God and the king. And then carry him out, stone him, that he may die. And the men of the city, even the elders and the nobles who were their inhabitants in his city, did as Jezebel had sent unto them. And as it was written in the letters which she had sent unto them. They proclaimed the fast and set Naboth on high among the people. And there came in 2 men, children of Belial, and sat before him. And the men of Belial witnessed against him, even against Naboth, in the presence of the people, saying, Naboth did blaspheme God and the king. Then they carried him forth out of the city and stoned him with stones. God, I feel like I'm about to cry. That he died. Then they sent to Jezebel, saying, Naboth is stoned and now is dead. And it came to pass, when Jezebel heard that Naboth was stoned and was dead, that Jezebel said to Ahab, Arise, take possession of the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite, which he refused to give thee for money, for Naboth is not alive, but dead. And it came to pass, when Ahab heard that Naboth was dead, that Ahab rose up to go down to the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite to take possession of it. Now, for the sake of context, y'all, I'm going to read all of it just so y'all can really see what's going on here. And the word of the Lord came to Elijah the Tishbite, saying, Arise, go down to meet Ahab, king of Israel, which is in Samaria. Behold, he is in the vineyard of Naboth, whether he is gone down to possess it. And thou shalt speak unto him, saying, Thus saith the Lord, Hast thou killed and also taken possession? And thou shalt speak unto him, saying, Thus said the Lord, in the place where dogs lick the blood of Naboth, shall dogs lick thy blood, even thine. God, I just saw that in the text. And Ahab said to Elijah, Hast thou found me, O mine enemy? And he answered, I have found thee, because thou hast sold thyself to the work evil in the sight of the Lord. Behold, I will bring evil upon thee, and I will take away thy prosperity, and I will cut off from Ahab him that pisseth against the wall, and him that is shut up and left in Israel. And will make it's in the Bible, it's in the book. Take offense if you want to.
Come on, Apostle.
I ain't added in there.
Hear it clearly today. Yes. It's in there.
You don't like that kind of harsh talking. You get mad with God. Because he's the one who's saying it.
Yes.
Well, that's right. Y'all so used to God being soft. He's a good father until you got judgment. Moving on.
Yes.
And will make thine house like the house of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, and like the house of Baasha, the son of Ahijah, for the provocation wherewith thou hast provoked me to anger. And made Israel to sin. Jesus Christ. Something sounds so familiar. Jesus Christ. Okay, we got a couple of more because I'm starting to feel so much pressure reading these scriptures again. I done read them at least 3 times today, and now all of a sudden I can just feel this. Lord, like you really feeling this today. And of Jezebel also spake the Lord, saying, The dogs shall eat Jezebel by the wall of Jezreel. Both of them. Him that died of Ahab in the city, the dogs shall eat. And him that died in the fields shall the fowls of the air eat. But there was none like unto Ahab, which did sell himself to the work of wickedness in the sight of the Lord, whom Jezebel, his wife, stirred up. Y'all see that? I want to read it again for context. But there was none like unto Ahab, which did sell himself to work wickedness in the sight of the Lord. I mean, it was none like him in the sight of God. Not even Jezebel. Ahab was more wicked in the sight of the Lord.
Okay.
Although the wickedness was stirred up by his wife. And he did a very abominably in following idols according to all things, as did the Amorites, whom the Lord cast out before the children of Israel. And it came to pass, when Ahab heard those words, that he rent his clothes and put on sackcloth upon his flesh and fasted and lay in sackcloth and went softly. Baby, you is fasting. You is repenting. At least he had enough sense. This is where I'm going to end. And the word of the Lord came to Elijah the Tishbite, saying, Seest thou how Ahab humbled himself before me? Because he humbled himself before me, I will not bring the evil in his day. Somebody saying his day.
His day.
But in his son's days will I bring the evil upon his house. You may be seated. I just wanted to give it to you for the sake of the text. For the sake of the text, I just wanted to give it to you. Now, you can go home and study the entire thing, but I'm just going to try to walk this out as fast and as calmly as I can. Please forgive me. I have been on a, I don't even know what I'm going to call it, but I have been really in intensive prayer. So please forgive me if I seem like I'm talking fast or if I move very fast. I feel like I'm going in the rhythm of heaven now, if that makes sense. So I need y'all to jump on this train and let's ride out, all right? So last week, we're going to do a little quick recap. We understood that Jezebel, name meant to be unexalted, right? Unelevated and earthbound. We understood that she was restricted to land or boundly interest. We understood this as carnal things, fleshly things, mundane things, right? Mundane things, right? We understood this, correct? We understood that according to Galatians 6 and 8, that when you sow in the flesh, you'll reap corruption, correct? And we understood the Amplified version said that they'll reap decay, ruin, and destruction. Do we remember this? Now, signs that Jezebel could have been in play in your life was like a decline in health, a decline in strength, a decline in vigor, right? Decline from prosperous conditions, okay? A decree in size, quantity, activity, or force, right? She also can help in the areas of feeling like you're frustrated, like you're a failure, feeling like disaster has come around you. She's also great at ruining structure, organic existence, or conditions are bringing you into a neutralization. We got it? We understand that she was religious. We understand that she was legalistic. But we also understand that the work of Jezebel was subtle. Will we agree? Will we agree? And I stated last week that most people will try to bind her corporately, but do not deal with her individually because she is a territorial spirit. She deals with flesh. She deals with carnality, which means she deals with you directly. Do we understand this? All right. We understand that she twists truths, that she shifts perspectives, and she shines a light on your desire, which causes distraction, deflection from the will of God. Do we remember this? Now, here it is. We are in our text, right? We are in our text, and we are greeted by the text with Ahab going to a man by the name of Naboth. He wants his vineyard. Now, the vineyard was located on the side of the castle, okay? So what he really liked about it was its location. He liked the fact that it was on the side of my stuff. Oh, my God. I'm just going to teach this like I feel it, and we just going to I don't know if I'm going to run past my notes or not, but I'm going to teach it like I feel it. The thing with Ahab is he always comparing what he has to what's on the side of him. Even if what he has is bigger and better. You got the palace and you want somebody's vineyard? I'm sure you have multiple vineyards around your castle. But I guess that's not enough. You want to acquire more. And because you see mines on the side of you, you want to now come and get what's mine. Ahab likes to compare things side by side. It's always a competition with an Ahab. You better talk tonight. There's always a competition with an Ahab. Ahab is always in competition with his neighbor. Jesus Christ, help us. He's always in competition with his neighbor. I told you, you got to watch out. What's the motive as to why you want to get what you got to get? You got to watch what's the motive as to why you want to be who you want to be. Because it could be that you could be in an actual unknown competition, trying to be better than what's next to you. And they have nothing to do with you. Have nothing to do with you. Look at what Naboth says. Naboth tells him, I cannot give you my vineyard. I can't give it to you just simply because God told me not to. Now, when you look at this text, he ain't say I ain't consider it. I'm sure a bigger vineyard will be better. Oh my God. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about the fact that Ahab promised him a better vineyard. But I'm sure, if it was just me and thinking about a competitive spirit, I'm sure that I'll give you a better vineyard on the other side of town. Not in the same field as me. No. I'll help you with your business plan, but you can't do the same business as me. I'll help you write a book, but you can't write the same type of book I'm writing. I'll help you. I'll help you with preaching, just don't be better than me. Ahab's. But neighbor said, listen, I can't give you this. I can't give you what belongs to me because it's my inheritance. Yes. Hey. It's my inheritance. Now you got to understand why vineyard. You know, in my mind, I was like a vineyard, Lord. You know, people plant things there. Cool. But then y'all know I'm a word girl. So I didn't want to just stop at my original knowledge of the word. I began to look it up. And vineyard, actually, one of the definitions of vineyard actually means sphere of activity or field of endeavors. Yes, sphere of activity and field of endeavors. I say, well, God, that's interesting. It gets even more interesting when you look up what endeavor means. To entail something such as fulfillment of an obligation by exertion of effort or to work with a set purpose. This vineyard didn't just represent something that he produced something on, that he ate from. This vineyard represented that he had to bring things into fulfillment. This vineyard represented that I have a set purpose right here in this vineyard. And when I have a set purpose, I cannot be placed in another place. That's not, come on, help me preach. That's not my set place. My position is right here next to your palace. It's my place. It's my destined place. I know you don't like it. I understand. But it's my destined place. It's my set place. Ahab. Now I found this real interesting. Ahab's name meant the father is my brother. The father is my brother. Now I'm going to be honest with you. I really wanted to be like, this is not relevant. Of all the names I have looked up, I was like, this can't have no relevance to this. But I couldn't leave it alone. I could not leave it alone. And so the Lord kept taking me to a story. In the same process, I was like, why am I dealing with this? He took me to Genesis 25.
Come on.
Starting at the 29th verse. Help me preach today. Help me preach today. Starting at the 29th verse, it says, and Jacob sod pottage, and Esau came from the field or vineyard, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. I'm weary from the work. Therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. Sell me your position. Sell me your place. Y'all see this? And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And what profit shall the birthright do to me? And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his inheritance. He sold his inheritance. Ahab's name, the father is my brother. I believe, because I ain't going to say this is what it was. I'm going to say I believe. I believe that the father portion is metaphoric because I believe it's relatable to status. I believe that it's relatable to position, ranking. And I believe that brother is literal, that you are my brother. When you look at the text in Genesis, these are two brothers. But Esau was above Jacob in ranking. Had there not been a trickery, a switcheroo, manipulation, a selling of birthrights, Esau would have technically been the father of Israel. Ooh. Can you imagine the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Esau. A whole new nation of people. Eee, I ain't gonna go there, Lord. His name was metaphoric and literal. It shows, my God, help me today. It shows that Esau is on the road to purpose and becomes faint.
Whoa, come on.
He's in the field working. Esau goes to his brother, the one that's on the side of him. Help me. I'm hungry. Help me, I'm hungry. The brother takes advantage and tries to make a deal. No, I ain't gonna give it to you for free. You gonna pay me? It's your brother. But you want what he has. Y'all hear this? You want what he got. So here it is. Fast forwarding to 1 Kings, we now see a very similar situation. Brothers by nation.
Wow.
Father by position.
Wow.
And you're trying to take what's rightfully mine. The only difference we see here is that Naboth actually feared the Lord. And I'm pretty sure he did because Esau got talked about real bad. Okay? And actually said like God hated him. So seriously. Because he sold his birthright. Oh, do I want to say it?
Yes.
I just out of curiosity.
Come on. Oh, Lord.
Out of curiosity. Dorothy, I'm gonna talk to you. Let's say you have a God-given idea, a God-given birthright. But as you are working in the field and you're trying to get it done, and you go river faint, and then you say to yourself, I can't do this no more. I need something right now.
Come on. Come on.
I need something to help me right now. And you go to your brother, and your brother says, I tell you what, give me the idea.
It done happen. Let me work it for you.
Yeah, give me the idea. I understand that was divinely downloaded into you for your prayer time and during your fast.
Wow.
But you tired working it anyway. Just give it to me. I mean, I ain't gonna make you look bad. I ain't gonna rub it in your face. Just hand it to me. How many assignments? How many birthrights have we given away?
Lord, you open the house.
I'm just curious.
Yes. On your jobs.
Because you was tired on the journey.
Yes.
Because you got tired in the field. Because you got tired of waiting on the harvest of something that was already an inheritance for you. Naboth, at least, I was like, listen, bro, I can't get this up to you. I can't give it up to you because God gave it to me.
Right. So
let that be your confession in this day, in this hour. I can't give you what God gave to me. Rightfully so. Respectfully. You can't have it. You can't have it. I don't care who you are. I don't care what position you hold. I don't care what type of influence you have. You can't have it. Ahab. Not only is he a competitor by nature, not only is He one who compares himself. He's a briber. He's a briber. He's going to make you desire. He gonna try everything he can to sway you. You cold? You want a jacket? Then give me your coat of many colors. I got this one heavier. It's gonna work better for you. He gonna sway you any chance he get. He's also a negotiator. Because notice that he didn't just bribe him with money. He was like, I tell you what, you can either take the money or a better feel. I mean, whatever you want, just give me this. And I'm pretty sure if the conversation would have continued, it probably would have been more. I'm pretty sure if Nabal would have acted as if he was interested, then it would have been, maybe I'll give you whatever you want. He's a coveter of things that are not rightfully his. Oh my God. I'm just building you up. To covet is to desire what belongs to another, to want it excessively or unnaturally, without limitations or boundaries. You will stop at nothing to take what's theirs. You'll change your hair. You'll change your clothes. Change the way you talk. Change the way you post. Just so you can look like her. You'll start changing everything. Trying to take what's someone else's. My God, help us today. Exodus 20:17. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. I'm gonna just leave it there. I ain't even gonna go for, because if I wanted to just cuss in church, just to have an excuse to cuss, I could do it. It's right here in the text. But apparently, since I low-key possibly offended y'all earlier today, I'm just leave it at one. I'm just leave it at one. Go for two, just for the round of it, just for the sake of the text. I mean, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. I got much pleasure out of that. Woo! Yes, Lord. Yay! I got much pleasure out of that. I did. That was. Woo, I felt so relieved after that. Just. I felt like just let that go. It just felt so much pressure. Just. Yes. All right. Anytime you slip into covetousness, you open the door for the aid of Jezebel. Y'all hear that? The aid of Jezebel. Oh my Tiosha. Let me tell you, when you'll be tempted with Jezebel, Jezebel will show up at your lowest moments. She'll show up when you think that you're not good enough. She'll show up when you feel like you never get anything your way. Oh, watch this. Or you never get anything you want. She shows up in these moments because ultimately Jezebel operates. I'm so sorry for this because I feel like we were just talking about this earlier, but I got to say it because I feel it. Jezebel shows up in the hour of need. Absolutely. Jezebel will paint a picture to make you depend on her.
Yes, sir.
You don't want the pressure, baby, I got it. Go to sleep. Go rest. You don't got to worry about it. That's what happens with a lot of pastors. And Jezebelic administration, pastors carry so much pressure. They are running it. Their fathers and brothers. Are they not? Then here it is. They see a moment that they wanted to conquer. They see a part that they wanted to have. They see, okay, well, I should have had a bigger ministry by now. And I should. Then Jezebel come in and say, well, Pastor, I got you. Oh, go rest. Let me take care of this. Don't worry about that. I got that. I'm that secretary. Hey, it's gonna be all right. Let me send that email out. She gonna come in at your lowest moments. She gonna come in when you feel like you can't do it by yourself. She's gonna come in when you're tired of hearing the word no. Her purpose is to feed your ego. We see this when she say, are you not king? Y'all ready for this? Be careful of Jezebels because they're going to speak your language. What they're going to do is they're going to remind you of who you are. Oh, my God, help today. See, that's why it's subtle. Because you're already in connection with her. She's waiting on opportunity. Ahab and Jezebel work together. So anytime you're acting like an Ahab, you can rest assured that a Jezebel is nearby. And both of them could be in you. I know they don't teach that. Both of them could be in you. You can literally go in and out of it. How I know? Because you take on this nature. Ain't nobody going to tell me no again. I'm about to just go take it for myself. We went over that last week. She's going to feed your ego. And she's going to do that by giving you a pep talk. Oh, my. You know that friend that might be your biggest cheerleader? Maybe. I don't know. Don't go home. Saying Pastor Jay said, check all your people. You putting everybody on radar. Like, let me watch you. Don't do that. Don't go home blocking people because while I'm talking, you seeing people. Yep. I don't want you to just see people. I want you to see yourself.
Amen. There you go.
Not only is she going to feed your ego and she's going to remind you who you are and she's going to give you those pep talks, but she's going to comfort you. And she's going to tell you to do the things that comforts you. She told him, she's like, baby, go eat. What? Why is you walking around here all distressed? Go eat. Go be merry. It's the comfortable place. She's going to endorse your comfort zone. She's going to endorse your comfort zone. She's going to give you permission to not operate at the fullness of your destiny. Don't worry, baby, I got it. You don't have to do it. And this is why many people get tripped up because you think she's a helpmate. You think she's a helpmate, but a helpmate does not aid your comfort zone. A helpmate aids you for destiny. And ain't nothing about destiny comfortable. I know you like to think that your spouse is supposed to make your life easier. I know that's what we teach. Oh, she's supposed to be my helper. But helper for what? Huh? Adam, do you not have a garden that you got to till? Animals you got to tend to? Trees you got to go talk to? Because at the time he can just talk to them until him, be an apple tree, grow. Seriously. Wind, blow this way for today. That was his consequence, that the earth will no longer obey him. Now he had to work for the very thing that he could just do like this. That was a consequence. It worked for what his words could do. That was a consequence. But a helper, when Eve came in, she came in to help him with the garden. That's what she came for. But not just that, for the commandment of Genesis 1 and 28. Be fruitful, multiply, have dominion, subdue. I don't know about anybody else, but that sounds pretty complicated to me. I don't know if that sounds easy to nobody, but it don't really sound easy to me. I gotta go take dominion. I gotta go subdue the earth. I gotta command the fowl in the air, the animals in the sea. It sounds like a lot, does it not? But Jezebel will come in and ease your position. Put your feet up, baby. I got it. And I ain't saying wives don't do that. I ain't saying wives don't do that. Y'all husbands don't go home calling y'all wives Jezebel. Don't do that. Don't go home breaking stuff up with your girlfriend because don't do that. It's not what I'm saying. All right. Okay. But watch this. She would do things in your name. And in particular, because she didn't just go get the field for him. She orchestrated. She orchestrated an entire event. Watch this. A Jezebel would tell you she's protecting you. A Jezebel will tell you, I'm doing this for you. I'm fending for you. I'm fighting for you. You causing disruption and division, and you're doing it in my name. You're doing it in my name, and then you want to come to me and say, well, friend, I was just protecting you. Friend, they didn't even let you get what you wanted. I was rocking with you. I was being a good friend. That's what I was doing. But babe, you lied. But I lied for you. But you stirred up drama. But baby, I did that for you. But you stole and you killed. But friend, I did that for you. That's me showing my love for you. That should show you that I'm ride or die with you because, oh my Lord, Jesus have mercy. Uh-oh. So 4 things she'll do, rather. She will partner with illegal entities to get you what you want. See, she don't just get you what you want in your name, but she's going to go through back doors to do it. Mm-hmm. The Bible says that she called them the sons of Belial. 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 Which actually just means sons of Satan. She called on the sons of Satan. Listen, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go over there and I want you to lie on them. She set up an entire case, an entire scenario, partnering with illegal entities. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to get the whole town there, right? Everybody that know you. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in my prayer closet. My altar. My candle. And my journal. I'm going to partner with some back doors. I'm going to partner with some witchcraft. I'm a partner with some illegal things. And then we're going to use that to slander you. These are the tactics of Jezebel. Slander, gossip, manipulation, lies. And she's going to do it all in the name of giving you what you want. She's going to convince you that this is all about you. She's unintegral. That means she will go to any limits. She'll kill anything that's pure and innocent. Watch this, in your name. Because Jezebel's name was not on the letters, nor was it her seal. It was his. But he opened the door to her because he had a need. Now let me rephrase. He had a desire. He had a want. Wasn't a need because God gonna supply every need. So it wasn't a need. It was a want. Mm-hmm. It was a want. And she comes in by any means necessary to get it for you. And she's going to kill all things pure and innocent to do it. Anybody who's knowing it's her tactics, I'm going to kill them. And how do you do that? I'm going to slander them. I'm going to gossip about them. I'm going to manipulate the people concerning them. She's a gatherer of people. She's great about gathering the people to present a case against you. Well, everybody can't be lying on you. Well, Sons of Bel-Air went out there and talked to at least 6 different people. They got their story straight. But you're not going to believe it, Ahab, because of the simple fact that you want to hear what she's saying. You benefit. You benefit from this. Or worse, you'll let her use your name and then turn your face. And you're going to eat and you're going to drink and you're going to be merry while all this dysfunction is happening outside in your kingdom, when all the division is happening outside in your kingdom. But ultimately, because you believe that she's going to get you what you want. And she does all of this to gain and prove her trust. Because the more and more she does it, the more authority you give her. Wow. So she might not start off with killing. She might just start with, let me handle that issue that's over there. I got it. You don't need to be stressed out about that. Notice I'm bringing it into the church a lot today. Because often in the church, we deal with Jezebelic administrations. And many churches don't grow because of it. Watch this. Oh, this is so good, God. Jezebel had good intentions. But good intentions that are not God will get you killed. I can prove it. They was bringing the Ark of the Covenant back. And bringing it back incorrectly at that. And the Bible says when they crossed over the threshing floor, the Ark of the Covenant got ready to fall, and David's son reached to catch it. God killed him on the spot. He had good intentions to catch it before it hit the ground. One problem, you out of order. Only a priest could touch that ark. Baby, we thank God for the cross, because if God was still killing people at this altar today, at this pulpit today, people be a lot more cautious by the way they handle. That's why I'm convinced there ain't nobody handling the true glory of God. I'm convinced, Morgan. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. With all this foolery y'all got going on, it ain't no way that the true glory of God is in this room. The true glory of God will either have to be ushered in the correct way, or this judgment being passed, buddy. True glory of God ain't about to compete with no idols. Every idol it cuts. Every idol it makes bow. She does all of this. Watch this. To gain your trust, but it's gradual. Okay? So she doesn't always start off at the major thing. She'll start off with smaller things and smaller things that and I'm saying she because it's a she in the Bible. But I want y'all to understand that this spirit can operate in male or female. Both Ahab and Jezebel, it can operate in male or female. Do we understand? But I'm saying she because it's she in the Bible. Okay. So it's a gradual thing. People are not always extreme at first. They're not. Some of our mothers have been Jezebelic. I know we don't want to talk. I know we don't want to talk about that. Parents have operated in Jezebelic spirits. Have. And as children, we've been Ahabs. Acting immature, throwing tantrums because they can't get what we want to get. Mommy, get it for me. Y'all see how this works? The agreement that you have with this, though, watch this, will ultimately bring disgrace and a charge against you. I am convinced that there are many people that have charges against them, many churches even, that have charges against them because they've allowed Jezebel to come in. Look what Elijah tells him. He say, yo, have you killed and taken possession? And he didn't even give him a chance to answer. Thou shalt speak unto him, saying, thus saith the Lord, in the place where dogs lick the blood of Naboth, shall dogs lick thy blood. I want to stop there, Lord, and just work that text right there. I feel the pull to work that text right there. Let me. I might have to move around my notes, but I'm gonna work that text right up in there, because here's the deal. When you look at that and when you begin to dissect that text, the first thing you see is God avenging what was innocent. Those of you who have been persecuted by Jezebel, do not think that they got away with it. And watch this. This is the law of reciprocity that came into play. I'm going to prove it to you. It's the law of reciprocity that came into play. But the first thing I want you to understand is that God will avenge you. Deuteronomy 32 and 35. To me belongeth vengeance and recompense. I'm going to pay you back. Don't trip. I'm going to pay you back. That's the first thing you see in the text. The first thing you see in the text is, I'm coming to deal with this. I'm going to deal with this because it was unjust. I'm going to deal with this because it wasn't pure. I'm going to deal with this because it was out of order. And the first person I'm going to is the leader of order. So there's a lot of leaders who's about to get called to the carpet for things that their members have done because they allowed it. It was in their name. It's a lot of leaders getting ready to get called to the carpet because you don't want to deal with the fact that there's an Ahab on the inside of you. You don't want to deal with the fact that there's covenants inside of you, that you covet your neighbor's church, your neighbor's status, your neighbor's influence. Particularly, I feel like I'm really dealing with the church today. Okay, God, we're just checking. The second thing you saw God do in this text, and y'all, the text I'm dealing with, because I'm not going to go ahead and read it, just so you can go back and read it, is 18, between 18 and 22. The second thing you see is God say, okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away the prosperity. So not only am I going to avenge the person that you persecuted wrongly, but I'm going to curse your money. I'm going to curse your wealth. I'm going to curse your harvest. So you wanted someone else's inheritance, so I'm going to snatch yours. You wanted somebody else's purpose, so I'm going to snatch yours. You wanted somebody else's identity, so I'm going to make you not believe who you are for a while. You're going to walk around with identity crisis. You're the one going to be real confused. Because your identity is connected to your prosperity, but people don't teach that. It's connected. It's real connected. But this is the part I wanted to get to. In particular, he tells them, he said, listen, the dogs gonna eat you. Now, believe it or not, the word dog is used so many times in the Bible. And I'm pretty sure when we all read it, we just really think dogs. Or maybe that's not y'all. Maybe that's just me. You know, y'all so smart. When I was reading it, especially back in my day, I was like, but you say how dogs to eat them up? That's so nasty. Like dogs just cannibalism. That's some. Ugh. They just. Ugh. Just gonna send dogs, and they ain't have dog food back then. Ugh. Like, why they do that? But then today when I read it, I was like, licked and ate by the dogs. I was like, what does that really mean? Philippians 3:2. I just want to give you one of them. Be aware of dogs. Come on. Be aware of evil workers. Uh-oh. Be aware of the concision. Oh. They are all one and the same. But it gets a little more intense than that. You see dogs being repeated in the New Testament and in the Old. So as I dug just a little bit more, I came to understand that dogs were Pharisees. Uh-oh. Ooh. Dogs were the so-called chosen ones. Right. Because whenever you see concision in the text, it actually means circumcised Jew in contempt. So these are not just anybody. Dogs of evil workers. These are not just any type of people. This is the church. These are the ones that say they believe in the law. Workers of religion. Oh, my. I know I just lost at least 3 people in the room. When he's telling him you're going to be ate by the dogs, what he's literally saying is that setup you just made for him, where you put him in front of the whole town, and you put him in front of the believers, and you put him in front of the children of Israel, where you put him in front of the people who were supposed to be circumcised people of the law. When you did that and they went outside and killed him, I'm going to do the same thing to you with the same type of people. Same type of people. I'm gonna do the same thing to you. Wow. I'm gonna do the same thing. When you look at this text, and I'm gonna hit this and we're gonna go. When you look at this text, you really understand not only how Jezebel gets in, but how her and Ahab collaborate together flawlessly. Because here's the deal. God was more mad I expect that out of that witch Jezebel.
Yeah.
Who I don't expect that out of is my pastor.
Ooh, merciful Father.
I don't expect that out of my apostle.
Listen up.
I don't expect that out of my prophet. I don't expect that out of you.
Wow.
I don't expect that out of you. I expect it from Jezebel. Do. Yep. I expect it. Because she don't answer to nobody and she an idol worship anyway. She a whore anyway.
Yeah.
That's my 3.
That's
my 3. Exactly. Thank you, Joe. You always gas me so well. This is what we see. God doesn't really expect that out of his people. Not out of people that he didn't set with. Time after time and told you what you called to be. Time after time and told you your purpose. Time after time and told you just depend on me. Trust me. Lean not to your own understanding. Acknowledge me and I'm going to direct your path. But we get like Ahab. You want more. You're not satisfied with what you got. Come on. I like that, Joe. Deal with the Ahab in me. Deal with the Ahab in me. So I'm not an easy target for a Jezebel.
Okay.
Because Jezebel going to always tell you what you want to hear. Oh, always. She's not going to tell you truth. She's going to tell you twisted truth. It's going to have a little bit of truth in it. A lot of it a lie. But it's just enough to hook you.
Yep.
And she just pulls you deeper and deeper and deeper until you give her total control. So you ain't even watching her no more.
Wow.
You ain't even checking and balances no more.
Wow. You can't even know
Just deeper and deeper. But I want you to see something in this text. And we're going home. Look at this. 8:45. I want it to be done exactly by 9. It says that when Ahab got his judgment, dude just fell out. Okay. God, I can't take it. No, Lord, don't do it. No, Lord, no, I repent. No, Lord, take me back, please. Let me ask you a question. Did he actually really get away with it? He did not. Because it's now connected to his generations. Dear leader, you may escape. It might not hit you. It might not come in your time. And we love the fact that you repented. Absolutely. That's what you should do. But it could hit your lineage. Are we not here to leave legacies?
Come on.
Your decisions of today can affect their tomorrow.
Yeah.
It might not even be your direct children.
Right. Okay.
It might be their children. And they're dealing with a curse that they didn't have nothing to do with because of your ignorance. God's judgment didn't change. Judgment didn't change. He just delayed it. Oh, God, thank you for your grace. Thank you for your grace, okay? Thank you for your grace, Lord. And then, Lord, give more grace and mercy to my children and my children's children and my children's children's children. Just all my generations in the name of Jesus, Lord. Give them grace. I send my prayers in the future, Lord, because I'm pretty sure I've been to Ahab a couple of times. And a Jezebel, Lord. I'm sure. I'm sure, Lord. If y'all was smart, y'all should have jumped on that prayer. Just saying. Because in order to shove this off and not rake it in, you need a real good check. 9 times out of 10, you are definitely one of the ones I'm talking about. Be careful. I'm closing. Be careful of the access that you give, especially in this season and in this hour right now. Be very careful of the access that you give to things around you, people around you, even yourself. Check and balance yourself when it comes down to the workings of your field, to the workings of your purpose.